So from what I can remember, I'm pretty sure this is around the time that college is over until the next fall semester. And that just reminded me of all of the annoying people that I met in my academic career in college. College was an extremely formative experience for me. I'm so grateful for the opportunity. I'm so grateful that my parents paid my way through. But especially when you're as neurotic and when you're closeted and when you just don't know what you're gonna be doing with your life, you have a tendency of just being very irritable. I'm still an irritable person. I would spread more positivity if I could, but being pissy and irritable is just better for comedy. So I didn't make up the rules, the comedy gods did, so. But now that we have that out of the way, let's get started. Number 1, this person was a cognitive science major, and so she was not a CS major or an engineering major. And I think for cognitive science majors, just taking any class that has to do with problem solving, it helps like with your major, I guess. I would say that she was and probably still is socially awkward, but who am I to say, because I'm pretty fucking socially awkward too, so. And for the entirety of CS61B, we did all of our group projects together. It was just one of those situations where we just happened to have sat next to each other and we just kind of stuck with each other for the entirety of the class. And we did pretty well in that class. And so we specifically coordinated the next semester to sign up for the same class so that way we could group up with each other. And that way neither of us would have to take the trouble of finding a new group and fumbling around and probably getting like the worst pickings. Because most CS classes, they involve group projects. And so that's usually like a pretty good strategy to have when you're signing up for classes. And then after I sign up, then she Facebook messages me and tells me that she's actually not going to be taking the class anymore. Out of her own choice, not because she couldn't get a spot in it, but because she did not want to take the class anymore. After I signed up, I was so fucking pissed at her, and based on my tone, maybe I still am. I honestly cannot remember the last time somebody has betrayed me that much, that badly. Like, I thought we had something going on here. I thought we had something special, girl. Literally, the only reason why I picked that class was because she was going to be taking it with me. Like, any douchebag that I've met on Grindr has not led me on the way that this person has. This term is usually used for like dating, online dating, but she ghosted me real hard. Person number 2. Okay, so this was during my freshman year in my prerequisite for physics. This was the type of person who sat in the front of the class, in the front row, every single time, without fail, even though it was an 8 AM class. So you know she probably aced every exam. And I don't really mind the fact that she sat in the front row. I'm still that person sometimes. What my neurotic head could not stand about this girl is the fact that she just laughed really loudly and just really easily at everything the professor said. And let me just say that this professor was not the type of professor that was like always on and like trying to be like a comedian. The most comedic that this guy got was just making like little small self-deprecating jokes like, please pardon my crappy drawing of a ship. It was just shit like that where she just started laughing like, and I'm just sitting in the back of the class like the way that this person laughed so much and so loudly at my professor's jokes made his jokes even less funny to me, you know? Like, it's as Superwoman said, this person is not a bad person, but deep down you just hope that this person is just never happy so that way you don't have to listen to them laugh. It's just these type of people who, in my head, just have such a low standard of what comedy is. I just wonder like, wow, if you were like actually in like an actual like comedic setting, like say improv or stand-up, like an actual like good show at UCB or Groundlings, would you just die? Would it just be like so funny and like out of this world for you and like so unfathomably funny for you that you'd probably just die of laughter? Number 3, so this is a combination of my roommate and his girlfriend, and you'll see why in a second. This was my very first roommate, first of all. So to be fair, this was like a triple room situation, not a double, a triple situation, which added to the tension and probably my perception of my roommate. But this guy literally got into a relationship with a girl on the same floor as us within like the first week of school starting. Does that sound normal or healthy to you? Because to me, it does not. Apparently it did for them. And so immediately from the get-go, they would, you know, like sleep over on the same bed, on the top bunk probably, because that's how the triplets roll. And I don't think they ever did anything while I was sleeping, to my knowledge. And she would knock on my door all the goddamn time asking me, is he here? Is he here? Is he here? Is he here? Watching these two be just the most shallow looking couple ever was insufferable to me. But as I predicted, this couple, by the end of the year, they would fight almost every single day. And even though it was like pretty disruptive and I wouldn't be able to really study with them fighting, especially sometimes if it was in my dorm room. I hope it doesn't sound too sick when I say that I was actually kind of enjoying the fact that they were fighting because they just annoyed the hell out of me so much for the majority of the year, and to see their relationship just blow up in shambles was enjoyable for me. I don't know. At least when they finally broke up, I actually got some peace and quiet, and I actually got the freedom to, I don't know, study at my room, at my desk, in my room. Because you know how it is, like usually when a couple is, someone significant other is just visiting the dorm, you don't have that room anymore. Like, you kind of are obligated to be a bro and like give them their space. And imagine that just happening every single day. Okay, number 4. So when you're in a school like Berkeley, you probably will run into a lot of international students. So many people know about Berkeley overseas just because it is considered one of the top public schools in the country, and it has this great engineering program, and what Asian family doesn't want their kid to go into engineering? And so naturally, there are just a lot of fob cliques that are actually like pretty cool. And every now and then you'll run into like your typical Asian student. To be even more specific, I'm talking about the Asian students that wear the same athletic jacket, and when they're a guy, they have that baby sash that they never bother to shave. The kind of people who wear like the transitional glasses that aren't fashionable, but they're practical. And there are plenty of people who look like that in Berkeley. And they're actually sometimes some really, really cool and really down-to-earth people. But trust me when I say that this specific person that I'm talking about is very special. This guy would come into our math lecture hall with his Razor scooter. And so the entrance for the lecture hall is like at the top, looking down at the stage. It's like a Greek-style lecture hall. Every time he came in, he would come in with his razor, he'd be sweating, and then he would drag his razor down the stairs, not giving a shit whether or not it made noise. No matter where you come from, I'm pretty sure that you should be more conscious about making noise in a space like that. You can just tell that these are the types of kids, it's not their fault. These are the types of kids who were just raised not really learning how to properly be like a courteous member of society. Like, these are the type of people who I know for a fact that are raised by parents who basically just raise them to think that all you have to do is get good grades and everything else in life will fall into place. Trust me, this is something that's pretty common, especially coming from a place like Irvine in California. Number 5, in a nutshell, this person is the teacher's pet. I know that we've all been in a class where we've run into a teacher's pet. If you don't know them, they might be you. But even if it is you, there will always be someone who is even more extra than you. And that goes double when you are an EECS major, an electrical engineering computer science major in UC Berkeley. These are the types of people who answer every single question that the professor poses to the entire class. All of them. Completely defeating the purpose of the fact that a class is where everybody's supposed to be learning and everybody should be trying to give a go at answering the question in order to learn and to, you know, gauge their knowledge. This person probably doesn't even see the people behind him or next to him. He probably just thinks that this is a private lesson. And on top of that, they ask questions to the professor that are completely outside of the scope of the class in general. No one else in this room is going to benefit from your question because they're just trying to keep up with the class. At least from my perspective. This means to me that you are effectively just being selfish and you're wasting everyone else's time. Everybody else in this class doesn't care about your question. No one cares about your high-level question that is gonna be asked, you know, like when you're in grad school, okay? People are just trying to understand what the teacher is saying right now. They just live and breathe the major. Like, these people probably program for fun while I was off, like, you know, doing theater club and, I don't know, expanding my horizons or whatever. Like, it sounds like you're just taking these classes just as a formality. These people that I'm talking about are already developing their own apps. These people probably already had a job lined up at Facebook, Google, or Twitter, despite the fact that they probably make more money than I could ever hope for, and the fact that they might also be unknowingly contributing to the gentrification of San Francisco. I guess I do owe them for inspiring me to actually follow my dreams, because I realized that there was no chance in hell that I could actually compete with them in the workforce, especially in the Bay Area. So I guess if we're being really real, these people are actually the reason why I have my job. So I guess thanks. Toss me some money every now and then. All right, so there you have it. As usual, please share with me your stories about annoying people that you've run into in college. Like, just people who just made you discover this really dark, sadistic side that you never thought that you had. I have so much fun reading these types of stories. So yeah, if you feel comfortable, please share. I would like to say that I'm a little bit more zen. I'm still neurotic as fuck. But at the very least, I have yoga now and I have therapy, so that has to count for something. Hello, one more thing I forgot. So my very good friend, Andrew Gunnarolla, he is in a contest right now. This contest is being held by Amazon and also a Thai tourist company. He is in the running to win a trip to Thailand. It would mean so much to me if you could just give him your support. You can vote once every day. I'll leave a link here as well as in the description below. If you can, that would mean so much to me. Thank you. So yeah, that's all I've got for today. Thank you so much for watching. I love and appreciate you as always. Please like and follow me on all of the socials, this one included, and I will see you next week on Thursday, okay? Bye!